We have some very, very, very interesting Pokemon card news coming out of China today. It's a little bit surprising, but we have some amazing artworks that have just been revealed from the official Pokemon website in China. I'll show you guys, like, these are real. I'll show you where I pulled them from and everything. But we're going to start off with this Pikachu. Now, this is actually from their 151 set. You got a Mew in the background. You got a Pidgey. You got an Oddish. Just a really great Pikachu card. Looking real nice. Coming off the heels of Surging Sparks. And we got more than just one Pikachu card, if you guys saw in the thumbnail. And this is not the first time that the Chinese side of things has gotten exclusive cards. So we don't know if these are going to come to the English side, to the Japanese side, or if they're going to stay Chinese exclusives. We're going to talk about that. But yeah, let's just take a minute to take in this card. There's a few, I mean, these are like absolute bangers though, I think. I love this card. Everything about this card. This one gets me excited. So we'll take a look. We'll dive into this, right? And I did want to bring up, so this is a simplified Chinese card that is an exclusive, right? You got Charizard in here. You got a Mew. It came in like a collection box thing. I might be using the wrong word, but you had to buy it. It was not like a cheap product. It was a little bit more expensive. But I do believe they limited the number of copies of this card. So, and we talked about this card when it got announced. So they have done it before, but that doesn't mean that these cards can't come over to the English side. So we don't have the confirmation quite yet on that, but this is the one they've done before. So then we have this new one, super adorable. I like this art style; it's kind of fun. Then we also have this. We got Cap's Pikachu here. So now this is from the anime. If you're not familiar, this character is Freed. It would be Freed's Pikachu, but they call this version of Pikachu is Captain Pikachu. Has a really interesting story of how they met, and anyways, maybe the overall anime, I could see it, kind of lacking a little. It's maybe not as good as some of the others. But the characters here, they had like this whole episode dedicated to some of their backstory. Very interesting. Their group is the Rising Volt Tacklers, and that's a move that Pikachu had developed. It's super adorable. So when we're talking, I don't think this is related to the owner's Pokemon set, the Battle Partners thing at all, but this is what I want. This is exactly what I would want. These cards. Stuff like this. We have Fuecoco, Sprigatito, and Quaxly. Same versions. So we're going to talk about that. And you can see, I don't have to translate this, but this is Pokemon Horizons, just because this is the same color and art style of the anime logo. So maybe it translates out to something different in Chinese, but that's what it means in English. So yeah, and then you got this guy. We talked about this. We're going to go on to Roy and Fuecoco. Now, Fuecoco, just from watching the anime, if you haven't seen it, this little bag of derp, he's the derpiest little guy. I absolutely fell in love with Fuecoco. Roy's fine. Roy's, it's not about Roy. It's about Fuecoco. But he's got his legendary ancient Pokeball. He's trying to find a shiny Rayquaza. And that's pretty much this character's motivation. But he has Fuecoco. He also has a Wattrel. But I love this card. Just love the artwork. Once again, you don't have to love the anime or anything, and we don't know where these cards are going to end up, but just wanted to bring them to everyone's attention, right? Then you have Liko and her Sprigatito. She's the main character from the show, and she has this pendant. The pendant turns out to be Terapagos, which we've seen in the cards recently. Legendary Pokemon that protects her, but this is her Sprigatito that she started out with. They had some problems. Sprigatito was not having it. She had to work really hard to win her over. So, nice little Liko and Sprigatito. And then you have the Quaxly they actually went with Nidothing, which in the anime, and I like what they did with like this background of like the Nidothings. So this character has a YouTube channel that's super massive called Nidothing, like Nidoking, but Nidothing. And instead of the regular person, they did Nidothing because they filmed together with the Quaxly. It's actually really adorable. Quaxly does his little hair whip. Quaxly does his little hair and like poses for the camera, and they do like Pokemon trainer content in the show. So anyways, this would probably be, I like this going on in the background though, but maybe my least favorite of the characters. So, but so just very interesting cards. Let's talk about where we found this out. So this is the Pokemon China website, pokemon.cn, and some of this translated It wasn't translating these images, like this text is just on an image. But we can take a look at some of the pack art. So this is like a little, I think this is like a little promo pack kind of thing, but you can see obviously the Pikachu, the Mew, the Pidgeys, and the Oddish just on this pack, right? So we got 151. Trust me, there is some English, right? We'll get there in a second. I'm not sure what these little guys are. How you can what these are for. Maybe it's just showing off like, hey, these are the original. Because also, sorry, to catch up about the simplified Chinese, they didn't always have Pokemon cards. They just got them more recently. So they are catching they're catching everyone up on the TCG. So they're getting sets really fast. They were going through Sun and Moon. They were going through Sword and Shield. Now they're just like getting to Scarlet and Violet, and they're really just like, here's all these cards, and they're just like shoving them down their throats, kind of. But so here's what we have. They're explaining. I think part of it is they're explaining. Oh, because they didn't have the nostalgia. They never had Pokemon, right? So why would they care about the original 151? They're explaining Bulbasaur number 1, and Ivysaur, Venusaur, right? It's this blah, 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 right? Collect 151. Collect 151 series. This is going to be released on January 17th in China. So pretty much, yeah, they're just trying to explain that. They're talking about the rarities, common, uncommon, rare, and then the double rare. Yeah, so these are cards we've seen, right? We've seen these guys, seen these. This is interesting. I don't know what. So they throw different cards in. Like, we got a shiny Pidgey that's in this Collect 151. So like, they get weird stuff in the 151 compared to what we get. So there's 2 packs here, right? I don't know why they're different colors. It doesn't. Sorry. There's a 20 card pack, and if I would just read, there's 2 versions, a 5 card and a 20 card. The 5 card, oh yeah, and they also do that. They do the bigger, I forgot that. They do the bigger packs because they're just like, get all these cards quick. 5 card contains 1 foil, and the 20 contains 7 foils. So this is like their 151. I'm assuming it's going to have all of them. You can see here. Now this is also something that gets really interesting. They're different, guys. We've seen this Pikachu, Raichu, right? Here's the Pokeball. It's different. It's just like down at a little angle. So their Pokeballs and Master Balls are different. And obviously we talked about this guy. So this is where we got this image from. So this is officially in their set, in their 151 set. In addition, Pikachu will have an illustration rare. Illustration flashcard, I guess what they call it, or an AR, art rare, which is kind of what they call it in Japanese, of the Collecting Journey 151. So they do have a brand new IR that's coming to their set. So this is like, I don't know. It's not like, I don't think this card's going to be crazy expensive. It'll probably be in there. I mean, I don't know, unless it's really rare. So, but just as a collector, even as an investor, so there's some of these cards that are doing well, maybe, that you can pick up. So we'll have to wait and see on that one, right? And then they explain their packs more. You got common, uncommon, rare, secret rare, ultra rare, all that stuff. So this is from their website. So I haven't seen this. I was waiting. Huge shout out to Doombrion in the Discord, my guy. Haven't seen this on PokeBeach yet, so might be, if I get this out, might be breaking news ish. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so that's one, and then there is some more. This is another, just like a news article. It's also on January 17th. They're doing a new red and purple. This is where those other cards are coming for. It's a gem pack. Anyways, once again, they're different, so it doesn't really matter exactly what it's called. But more interesting stuff. Very interesting. So you can see on these Sprigatitos right here, you got the energy reverse, you got a Pokeball reverse. They said flash cards. They call these flash cards. They have this like star pattern. They have this, I don't even know what this pattern is called. Then they have a Master Ball. They got a shiny. They got a stamped one. And then, so this, we've seen this. This is from our, what is this, Paldea Evolved. See, so you see, like, they're taking all the sets and, like, just mixing and matching and stuff, right? So these are all the different versions of one card that you can pull. And then they just, like, they're like, oh, and here's an IR. So in some ways, and you got, like, the shinies. So in some ways, they're doing something kind of cool. They're combining sets, different Pokemon, to make them into one set. So I think that's actually kind of interesting. Now we get to the trainer cards that we already talked about. So this typo is weird, this translation. So this was a Google Translate for this stuff, but it says this illustration depicts Meowth. Yeah, it's not Meowth in here. But anyways, yeah, so Liko and Sprigatito. Then we got the Pikachu. So they made these small, so I blew them up at the beginning. You got Cap, the Fuecoco, the Quaxly. Then they got some other cards as well. They got the Pokeball Ultra Ball stamped, and a supporter, Nemo. Then there's this card. We've had this card. Obviously, this was a promo, regular promo and PC ETB with the 3 starters. If you purchase 30 packs of First Wave in 2 full boxes, you can get 1 of the following bonus cards for free. So this is a promo that, and this is kind of one thing I do like about the Chinese side. There are 250,000 cards in total. That's it. They do a promo. It's a limited. They give you the number, so you know how many of this card there's going to be. So that is interesting. We got to look at the packs. It's just Sprigatito here, and then you got the rarities again. They're talking about. Now they're using, I don't know why their rarities are all over the place. Now they're using this, common, uncommon, rare, double rare, but they give you the percentages. So that's kind of cool too. I think that's like a legal thing that they have to provide. But so interesting Pokemon news. I'm just going to go back through these. On the heels of the Terastal Festival, like reverse stuff, I'm digging like these different reverses. I just think they're really cool. Once again, I don't know how much is going to bleed into the English side, if any, but I think that we can say for certain that there is some very cool stuff happening on the Chinese side, and I'm kind of excited about it. So I just wanted to show you guys. So some of those artworks, I'm not sure. It's like the investing side, how rare some of those cards are. We do know that one promo was only 1 out of 250,000 copies. So, but I mean, it's a card we've already gotten, so I don't know. But the exclusive cards are something I'm very interested in. The Pikachu and all of those other cards, I would love to have those as a set. PSA 10 set would be really nice of all of them. That would be pretty sick. The 151 Pikachu is very intriguing to me, though. So that is pretty cool. On top of that, like we're not gonna talk too deep about it, but there is the TCG Pocket cards that are pretty cool. Some of the artworks are really amazing. I mean, I think maybe given enough time, some of this stuff could come over. I don't know. That it does. By keeping it Chinese exclusive, at least for a while, it does bring people to want to collect the simplified Chinese cards. So I would be very interested. Let me know in the comments. What do you think of the 151 Pikachu and then the other promos? Like, well, what do you think? Am I blowing it out of proportion? Maybe if you haven't seen the anime, you're like, the 151 one's cool, but the other one's kind of dumb. So just let me know. Let me know what you guys think. We also talked about that other promo card. I kind of like, yeah, I mean, the other one, like with the Charizard in the bottom. Yeah, that one's cool too as well. So anyways, so let me know what you guys think on all of that. I think it's very interesting. I didn't think today was going to be a news day. Just because we did news yesterday. Also, actually, hold on while we're here. I'm not going to touch on it. There was some cards that were announced from the Battle Partner set, but I don't think they're really worth talking about right now. There wasn't really anything special, so I'm just going to end it here. Pokemon news, those cards are cool. The collector side of me is like pretty excited. The investor side is like, I don't know if that's going to really be worth doing much with, but totally could be wrong on that. It's just, that remains to be seen, because that already one's doing decent. So already released one. Sorry. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, it was never a phase.